Yeah, today's parents' night, right?
Yes.
All right, so give me your names again.
Miranda Zink.
And?
Sarah Allred.
And so you are a middle school art teacher?
Yes, 5th through 8th.
And you are?
K through 4th.
Okay, so today is the school's very, famous art show. I probably have seen, since my son came to the school, I probably have seen 4 or 5 of these. And they're always fantastic. So tell me what you have this year, what some of the highlights were, and show me around.
Okay, so for primary school, our theme is kind of like the Lion King, growing together, learning forever. So a lot of our art's based on animals. And so my first graders kind of did lions with pastels and watercolor.
Ooh, I like these. Oh, these are beautiful. And so they did they have any guide, or they just because they were all faces?
Yeah, I told them to make a lion face, and that's where they went with it.
Good range. This is very abstract.
Yes.
Where some of these are, fairly traditional. This is pretty awesome, but that looks great right there. Ellis Bradley. All right. And some more over here. First graders, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice one too. Very cool. Oh man, I'd love to put one of these up at my fridge. This is pretty cool. All right, so show me another one. Second grade.
And then 2nd through 4th grade, and there's a few first grade in here too. We kind of used glow paint because we wanted things to kind of glow in the dark and try something different. So they had to make an animal face or a mask of some sort. So that's kind of what they did in here.
So continuing with the animal theme.
Yep.
All right, let's go check out the glow art.
Glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Hi, Mommy.
All
right.
That's all right.
So 4th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and then first graders made lines. We tried to work on drawing lines and adding detail to them. Some of them got the concept of a ruler a little bit.
Fantastic. That's okay. These are great. And so you have some blue lights in here.
Yes.
And so you use neon colors, or can you use any color?
I used like fluorescent glow in the dark.
Oh, these are great. These are 2nd graders. The same thing here. Some are pretty abstract, and some are, really nail the cat.
Yep, the kids figured out how to splatter with the brushes, and so they really got into that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Ooh, I'm loving this right here. That's a nice one. So that was 2nd grade. This is 3rd.
3rd grade.
Oh, nice.
And I had the students pick 2 to 3 of their favorite pieces to put in our show. So not everything they made is in. They got to choose.
Oh, so they did multiple attempts, and then whatever they thought was great?
Yeah,
No, I
That's
didn't make
cool.
one.
This is the 4th grade. Let's check these out. Oh, you gotta come check these out. Even if you don't have a kid here at Benson Elementary School, these are worth checking out. It's a fantastic work by 3rd and 4th graders. This is 4th grade art. Awesome.
Watch out.
Oh, excuse me, guys.
Over there by the door. Okay.
Ooh, some three-dimensional art.
And these are air-dried clay, and 2nd and 4th grade made pinch pot animals.
Pinch pot, you call them?
Yeah, so they made little pots, and then they had to turn them into an animal of some sort.
Oh, these are neat. So these are clay, so do you have to heat them up?
No, it's air-dried.
Air dry?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Look at all these. Oh, man. Well, you really have to come check out the detail on some of these. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, there's some really nice ones.
Yeah. My phone can't do it justice. Oh, look at this crazy one right here. Looks like you have a good showing of parents. Showed up right away.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they pick up their kids, they can pop in here, right?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. And what grade was this? Second through fourth?
Second through fourth, yep.
And they just all kind of, oh, they have the number right on the tag there.
Yeah, so now you're getting like closer to fourth grade.
Okay, I have no idea where my school is.
Oh, look at this guy. Yeah, a little more dexterity with their fingers on this.
Yes.
That's great. Awesome. Pretty cool. And then, oh, this is some black background art.
Yeah, so we have dot art over here, and my first graders just did design, but my second through fourth grade had to create kind of an animal, and we kind of based off of like Aboriginal art a little bit. So this was a really fun project.
Yeah, that's very cool. Same here, very, some are very abstract, but also some really took to using the
It's
points.
always fun to see what they come up with and how they design something.
These could be cave paintings somewhere.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Oh, look at this turtle. That's nice. That's very cool. All kinds of different animals.
Yeah.
Some alligators or crocodiles, elephants. Oh, look at this one. This is nice. Oh, look at this. Miriam Owens. Is that how you pronounce that name? Iram. That's nice. Made full use of that canvas.
Yes.
I like it. I like it. Some more scenes. Oh, another great turtle. Oh, that's so great. Some suns. More alligators. I like it. There's a few elephants in there. That's very cool too. Oh, that's very nice. Hey, there's a giraffe in here. That's awesome. There's another one. That's pretty great. And another great turtle. The turtle really lends itself to this one.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. All right, so what else we got?
And then over here, I don't work with preschool, but a couple of the preschool classes made some art for us.
Preschool, that's amazing. Even getting them to, do any part of it is pretty great. Wow, these are good.
They are. I am very impressed.
Yeah. So preschool, that's like 4 or 5 years old?
3, 4, yeah.
Oh, 3 and 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, that elephant's great. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's some good talent in the preschool here. I like it. Classic plate animals. Oh, these lions are fantastic here. Very cool.
kindergartners, they did handprint zebras and colored family lions. So they had to stay within like a color wheel color.
The zebras are great. Oh, man. I didn't realize your hand was the shape of a zebra, but there you go. Now, that's a really good chance to explore the shape, and if you're not quite sure what a zebra is like... Oh my God, these faces. Fantastic.
We got to explore cutting and gluing.
Yeah, well, it's got the whole thing. You got your background with color, and then, you know, the shapes, of course. Like I said, some, you know, very good renditions of zebras, and some were a little more on the abstract side, but still really comes across great.
These are their lions.
Yeah, get to explore your multimedia ability here. A little bit of collage work and drawing. Oh, that's so great. Now, is there judging involved?
Not usually. Sometimes we'll try to see if someone from the district office would like to come in and like maybe tell us their favorite and stuff, and then we'll kind of.
Because it's kind of tough to pick.
Yeah.
to pick one out, actually. You know,
Yeah.
there's just so many good ones.
Yeah. Well, it's all like how people see it. Like, because something that I think looks super cool, someone else might find another one that looks even cooler.
Yeah, no, totally. It's
yeah, it's your style and what you like.
There we go. Eye of the beholder.
Yes.
There we go. Some pretty great ones in here. Look at this guy right here. That's a good project. Ooh, this is a colorful one.
These my second through fourth graders did, and this is probably my favorite. Like, I love oil pastels, I love watercolor, water resistant art, so they used oil pastels, and then I made them use watercolor over it, and I love how they all turned out, how they're all different.
So these are projects that you did throughout the year?
Well, so I start teaching art after we come back from Christmas break. So before that I do music. So the kids get music until December, and then when we come back, it's art time.
In the last two quarters, they get the art.
Yep.
That's great. Wow, this is a colorful wall. Well, there's some great ones in here. Same thing, it's great to see that, you know, some just totally detach themselves from, you know, your very traditional renditions, you know, like these two, just amazing. And this is just awesome.
Yeah. And it's fun to see, like, kids you wouldn't expect. Like, you would think they're just going to be, like, cut and dry and do it. They think outside the box, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
to see
absolutely.
their personality shine through on some of this.
Yeah. That is so great. Wow. So good. Wow. Oh, look at this. Anna Franks. Here's Michael King's work. That's right. Great expression on some of these.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. The whole wall is so colorful.
Yes.
Giraffe art. Very cool.
And then all inside is this side, so I'll let you follow around.
All right.
Tell you all about.
Yeah, more advanced students.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you very much. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's turning out to be a good video so far. And then I'll come around and take individual pictures. Thank you. All right, Miss Allred.
Well, let me go show you around.
Yeah.
So we'll start with 5th grade. Before they get to middle school, I actually get access to all the kids in 5th grade. And we focus on elements and principles of design and art. And the pieces that I had set up, we do a lot more pieces, but these are the ones we're putting in. You can see this is a self-portrait. And they learn how to do proportion for their faces, but they also, the fun thing is on half of it, they put who they are inside. Because we talk about when we get to know people, it's not about our outward appearance, it's about who we are. So you can kind of see some of those examples.
Yeah, so you get your realism, and then you get the more symbolic,
Yep.
Icons and whatever they think of. So that's pretty cool. So these are 5th graders now. Do you teach the art all year round?
Yes, I do.
And so you kind of collect the projects as you...
Yes, so all 5th graders put their artwork in. I don't give them a choice. I'm like, you're putting your work in.
Okay.
Because they are technically part of primary school. But I keep their work, and then so after this I'll take it down and like part it all out. But so I have the 2 pieces I kept for them were the portrait, and they're on the Serengeti piece, which you'll see over here. And so I get a lot of 5th graders for that reason.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let's check out some of these right here.
Okay.
That's so great. It's very interesting. Some of them really let go and just... That's pretty nice too. Wow, this is great. Oh, it's so detailed.
Yes. When the student complains that their hand hurts from all the details, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, do they have to explain what all of these symbols mean, or you just let it happen?
They usually have a requirement that they have to write it down, that they have to have at least 10 interests, personal interests that they have to put in. So they have to, in order to get their final draft to work on, they have to show me their 10 interests. All right. Did you find all of the ones?
That's pretty great. Some appliques here. Oh, that's pretty cool too. Pretty amazing. That's a great project.
So you can still see like the individuality too with each project.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they each have their style, but then you really get a sense, of what they're thinking about when they have to kind of break away, from that reality into the more symbolic pieces. Oh, that's great. Oh, man. That's pretty awesome right there. That's very cool. Very nice. All right.
And this piece is when I introduced them to oil pastels, and they not only did they have to draw this, but they had to glue their borders on it. So for the kids, it's very tactile, and then they go in with the oil pastels, and I try to get them not afraid to lay down the pastels and blend them. And so you get all different results. And it's really hard to get details in this one, but they did a great job.
And so the theme here is the Serengeti.
Yes, this was to match the primary theme. They still primary.
Yeah. Lots of the animals in this. So here, some of them have a little more command of the tool itself, of the pastel, and some are a little more abstract. But that's all right.
No, we love them both.
Yeah, absolutely. This is great. Beautiful. And some classic scenes, lions and tigers.
Yeah. And for my last class, we haven't had time to really do this project, so I let them do the sun over the Serengeti, so they were able to do a little bit of their own approach. So you'll see some of those.
That monkey's pretty great. That's bird from KCR. Very cool. More scenes. Giraffe's always a classic. More abstract work. Some more suns. Yeah, the pastels are awesome to work with. So much fun.
The kids have fun. They don't like the feel of them, but they have fun too.
Right, you have to get used to kind of touching them. They're kind of gross a little bit because they're oily.
Daddy, look, there's another nice one.
That's beautiful.
And then on this side, we go into middle school.
Okay.
And this right here is our 6th grade area. And I only had our students put in one piece each just because I otherwise get a ton. And so these pieces right here are what we call Zentangle or Zendoodle. And so you might have seen coloring sheets that they make complex coloring sheets. And the kids have traced their design. Some of them did draw their own, but all the Zentangling inside it is their own creation. And it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, that's fun.
And that's right, you never know what will.
Absolutely, but the patterns in there, they're great. And that tracing is always a tool artists have used forever.
Yeah. And this was because I didn't want them to be overwhelmed with the outside outline we traced, but all the rest they had to do. And it's really intensive, so that's where I had to find the balance of it.
Yeah, that's very cool. And so some used color on the inside, but some just stuck to the patterns.
And it does allow for that individuality in that sense.
Yeah. That's very cool. This shoe is pretty great.
This is a new piece this year. We used oil pastels and glue, and they created stained glass windows, and they had to be really good about trying to get as much pastel to make it vibrant like glass pieces.
Yeah.
And they got to pick their own things again, but they drew them this time.
That's very cool.
And then of course more Zentangle.
No, it really does capture that stained glass feel where you've got these thick edges, but also the breaking in between. Some of these really capture that.
It was a challenging one for 6th graders, but I feel like they accomplished a lot.
Yeah, that's good. They're so bright. They're beautiful. I hope some of them go on to make some stained glass.
That would be neat.
You could always use more stained glass artists.
I agree.
And I enjoy that it's, it's out of that digital realm that everyone is sort of focused on right now.
And that's my thing is I don't allow any Chromebooks in my classroom or any technology in that sense. Sometimes I'll get printed up stuff to help them, but I want them to use their own imagination and abilities.
Put those hands to work.
Yeah. And they got amazing minds. They show me every day.
That's fantastic. No, some of this work is so good.
Yeah. And often, this work surprises students themselves, just like they didn't realize what they could do.
Some common themes, but then they're broken down into that, the high contrast and those thick lines. That's pretty awesome. Oh man, that's so great. This beautiful bird down here. Very cool. Yeah, all worth keeping, all this artwork.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I hope there's a place where they, hang on to this stuff. This is
7th grade where they've learned to do point perspective drawing.
Yeah.
And this year I challenged them to do also 2-point perspective. And so they got a choice between 2 and 1-point perspective.
Still pretty good to learn the technique.
And I get the 7th graders for a full semester, so we get more done project-wise as well. And get deeper into, learning the principles of design.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Great piece.
Our still life pieces that they were able to add some abstract. And not only did my students, they brought this food in, and we were able to donate to the community food bank as well too. They used, and so it was really neat for them to be able to do service as well as art.
Nice.
And then underneath you'll see the textured monsters that we have, and they learn texture and go through that. Different kinds of things to do.
Yeah, it's a good range of different styles that you can use. That's so good right there. Very cool.
And over here is what we call the Dragon Eye, and every time I try to retire this project, the kids refuse to let me. And so it's oil pastels. And their inspiration is a dragon, but sometimes they go with fur or different things they can do with oil pastels, some scratch art. Very, very imaginative.
Yeah, each one's doing their own thing here.
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, this one's great. Fire in the eye.
Rising above negativity. The students take papers, they write down their negative feelings and emotions about themselves, and then they crumple it up and tear it up, and they transform it into something that helps them get through that negativity. So we have kids who choose their sports, some that choose their cartoons or movies, some who choose religion that gets them through. And so as you go look through, you can see a whole bunch of camping, family, being at home. So it's kind of a neat thing that they realize they can get through anything that faces them.
Yeah.
And there's something in life to always give them hope and get them through.
Oh, that's cool. That's a little bit deeper thought.
It is. So they get it, and we have different thoughts when we do these.
Oh, that's so great. Wow.
I wish I could put all the artwork in here, but my 7th graders were only allowed to choose up to 2 art pieces. Otherwise, this room would be full.
It's good to have the choice.
Yes, I don't force my middle schoolers to put any artwork in. They all have the choice for this.
That's so great.
Except for one project, and I'll show it. That's the last one we'll look at.
No, these are very creative.
The thing about love this one is the student shows that going home helps them get through everything. So that's the bus going home.
That's the end of the day. Yeah.
And I didn't put names on these ones. I told the students they didn't have to put their names on this because it helped them express more. And so that's the one agreement for this project is their names are only on the back.
More anonymous.
Yeah. They were allowed to put their names on the front, but it was up to them.
Yeah, a lot of different themes. You know, from home, you know, and also faith, family,
Going
the
outside,
outdoors,
yeah.
and combinations and stuff. Wow, it's beautiful. Sports field.
Yep.
That's great.
Music.
Yeah.
Good for yourself.
No, the themes are great. Yeah. Gives you a little bit of insight, you know.
Yeah. And it gets you, like for me as a teacher, it opens up my students to me too, and I can get to know them and help or talk with them about these things.
That's very cool. Yeah.
So this, going into 8th grade, we have a few. They get really big, intensive projects.
Yeah.
This is a fun portrait. It was kind of resembles the 5th grade. We learn more about them. They're allowed to collage. They're allowed to paint. They're allowed to draw. I basically turn them loose with this.
Wow.
And some who struggle, I also will do photocopies of their pictures, and they're allowed to use those too. So I'm like, it's up to them.
That's pretty great, though. Plenty of sources for collage work.
What?
There's a lot of sources for the collage, you know, as far as textures that you can use.
And this one was also entered into the San Pedro. After she did it in my class, she entered the San Pedro Valley Arts.
The art show?
Yeah, and she took first place in this category for her age group.
That's great.
But it was it was a class art project, and so I told her she needs to put it in the art show.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good experience to get out and it's ageless. You can apply your talents at any point, I think. And they always have such a good show. That's always another favorite.
That was a great one. They support the community so much in that show.
They do, and you know, it is this show too. My son came through school. He's a sophomore now.
Yeah.
But it's always a good show. It's always a showcase of the year's work. But there's always some just good pieces and a good variety of of projects.
Absolutely.
Oh man, this is great. great pieces here too.
Some of these might be from our local news as well.
Yeah. The collage is always fun. There's always a lot of places to go to dig for pieces out of there.
Now this is our oil pastel for 8th grade, and I teach them the graffiti, but not with paint and on the walls. We talk about we don't vandalize. They know I have appreciation for talent when you see it. Even when we watch a lot of the trains go by here in Benson,
Yeah,
we
they're
see a
always
lot of
beautiful.
graffiti, but I always appreciate the well done ones, but I always tell them, we do not do it on other people's property.
Yeah.
But, so this is great. They have a lot of control they have learned with color gradation.
And all those artists that do the graffiti art on trains, they actually practice quite a bit
There's
on
some
their own.
skill. There is some skill.
And so you know that they're doing it on paper as well
Yeah.
before they transfer that on.
Exactly. So I'm
you
not
know.
encouraging to do that, but it is a great art form that the kids love that outlet.
Yeah.
And we work on color gradation on this one for oil pastels, and a lot of them just knock it out of the.
Yeah, there's some awesome ones.
You recognize some of the characters?
That's so great. Yeah, you can see they've really applied that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
So great.
I was
GG's. Very cool. Oh, here's another piece from
Yes,
the
that's another
San Pedro.
San Pedro. She took second place, and this is our mandala unit, and it's based off of her Zentangles as well. But they create all of these on their own. The only thing I supply them with is circles to trace, to just give them their guides. And I have an example of that on the other side, but they do some amazing detailed work.
There's some good stuff right
Yeah.
there.
So you'll get your monster done.
That's great. Wow.
And I would say this is one of my most favorite projects because a lot of these students didn't realize how detailed they could be and balanced.
Yeah, the control is great.
Yeah. And the approach is, I have certain rules for them to do, but I always say there's always exceptions if you show me true balance and effort, and they come through.
Yeah, no. Each of them is different. They've applied that rule to them, but each one is definitely stands out on their own.
And, we talk about the history of mandalas and how it is a representation of life and the changing universe and growth. And some of these are more personal, where they have like something that a lot of them just realize growth takes effort and details in life.
Yeah, some of them are just,
Yeah, they're amazing.
yeah, amazing. It's a good description. Very cool.
This is how red. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's fantastic. Yeah.
We got talented kids here in Benson. Really do.
That's very cool.
Now this next unit, this is the first project I do in every single class, every single grade. I read them the story, The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. And it's about a character who learns to take a chance and at first has a bad attitude, mainly because they don't believe in themselves. So we talk about how we do these learn to believe in ourselves, and we follow her example and we lift others. And so even though it's not the dot as in the book, I let the students choose the level of difficulty, and the older students, 7th and 8th graders, get bigger squares, 6th and 5th get smaller, and they just give me whatever they give me, but it has to be watercolor, and it has to have some circular dots in there somewhere. So they're fun to look at.
Yeah. Wow, let's check these out. so great. Just in case you weren't sure where the dot was going to be on there.
Yep.
Oh, that's so great.
Which one?
Very nice.
A bow?
And most of these are all like just, you know, they might trace a circle sometimes, but they're all from their imaginations and freehand or inspiration from their favorite things.
Yeah, there's a free choice on this
Yeah.
one. That's so cool.
Did you find yours, sir?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking for Zoe's.
Zoe, which Zoe?
Zoe and Tom.
Have fun, there's a lot of dots. They're all signed. Well, they should be, at least.
And I think this one is
But 5th grade will be on the bottom part of the smaller ones. So, like, the bottom half is 5th grade.
Oh, there's Zoe's. I'm blind. Oh, she got watermelon. This is Kio's. You want to go see my like half person? See you tomorrow, Mrs. Allard.
I do.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
No,
That
thank
was
you.
fantastic.
No, thank you for being here.
Great show. Well,
We're proud of these kiddos. That's for
yeah.